While scientists are spending their time trying to combat climate change, it appears that there is a far simpler solution to the crisis than we might have thought. Carbon capture technology, offshore wind, and nuclear power have all been on the lists of the experts, but they should have just looked at getting two frogs to marry each other. The Daily Star reports that a group of people in the Indian city of Gorakhpur, which has been subjected to intense heat and a lack of rainfall, performed a ritual to please the rain god Lord Indra. The group found two frogs in mid-July and forced them to marry each other. Organizer Radhakant Verma said that it is a time-tested belief that frog weddings are held to bring in rains. Despite struggling to keep the newlywed couple together, hundreds turned out to watch the event, which involved a group of priests chanting, as well as a big celebration meal afterwards. Well, the day after the wedding, a severe rainfall warning was issued for the area, and they went on to experience light to moderate and even heavy rain showers almost daily after that. Of course, July is a rainy monsoon season month in that part of India, but I guess that's besides the point. With extreme levels of heat being reported in countries around the world, maybe now is the time for political leaders to look into the power of a frog wedding as a way of solving climate change.
BBC News reports that government scientists in the UK plan to use oral contraceptives to control the grey squirrel populations. The mass birth control plan involves luring grey squirrels into feeding boxes only they can access, using pots containing hazelnut spread. These will be spiked with contraceptives. The project could help eradicate the grey squirrel in the UK without killing them, says Environment Minister Lord Benyon. It should reduce the untold damage grey squirrels do to woodland ecosystems and native red squirrel populations, he says. The government scientists leading the research say the contraceptive, which makes both male and female grey squirrels infertile, should be ready to deploy in the wild within 2 years. Grey squirrels, first introduced from North America in the late 19th century, damaged UK woodlands by stripping bark from trees to get at the nutritious sap beneath. They can kill or maim trees, leaving scarring that allows an entry point for other tree pests and diseases which can stunt their growth. The damage they do threatens the effectiveness of government efforts to tackle climate change by planting tens of thousands of hectares of new woodlands. Grey squirrels have also driven the UK's native red squirrel to the verge of extinction across much of the country. Greys are significantly larger and stronger than reds and carry a squirrel pox virus that is deadly to reds, but to which they are immune. Dosing the animals with a contraceptive drug is a more humane alternative to culling and will ultimately be more effective, says the lead scientist on the project, Dr. Giovanna Masai, from the government's Animal and Plant Health Agency. I mean, I guess it beats squirrel condoms, right? Imagine if someone was putting those onto grey squirrels.
A series of shark attacks over a 2-week span on New York's Long Island probably had many beachgoers in the Northeast content to wade into the water without going deep. But that may not fix the problem, because according to NPR, the sharks aren't targeting humans, they're targeting fish. And the recent attacks are likely due to the sharks mistaking the humans' feet for their aquatic prey. A sand tiger shark nursery located just off the Long Island coast and an abundance of bait fish close to shore could explain the recent string of unwanted encounters, according to Gavin Naylor with the Florida Program for Shark Research. The sand tiger shark is one of the more menacing-looking creatures lurking beneath the ocean's surface. It can grow up to 10 feet in length and has a set of jagged teeth protruding from its jaws. However, as far as sharks go, this big fish shouldn't be cause for alarm. The sand tiger is a relatively docile species of shark that wants little or nothing to do with humans. Attacks are almost always carried out by smaller juveniles that accidentally bite someone while chasing fish. Adult sharks are considerably larger and are capable of delivering more damage in the event of an attack, but they're also more mature and less likely to mistake a human for food. The odds of getting bit by a shark are a little less than 1 in 4 million, according to the International Shark Attack File. In fact, you're 10 times more likely to get killed by fireworks. Having said all that, there are some extra precautions you can take to better avoid an unwanted encounter with sharks. Don't swim between dusk and dawn. Don't go into the water alone. Avoid flashy jewelry, which can be mistaken for fish scales. And don't go in if you've got an open wound. Let's be honest, if you're choosing to wear flashy jewelry in the ocean, you probably deserve to get bit by a shark. Don't you think?
A man was charged with misdemeanor disturbing the peace and resisting or obstructing officers in Rexburg, Idaho, after he was allegedly intoxicated and running around a campground holding a pelican, according to EastIdahoNews.com. The man was arrested at the Warm Slough campground in Rexburg after a witness called the Madison County Sheriff's Department after reporting that 3 intoxicated males had caught a pelican and were carrying it around the campground, according to deputy reports. When deputies arrived, they told the 3 men that they were being given a warning for harassing the wildlife. According to Idaho Fish and Game, pelicans are federally protected by the Migratory Bird Treaty Act. 2 of the men reportedly began yelling at the deputies. The 3rd man admitted that they had caught the pelican and allegedly then tried to calm the other 2 men down. According to court documents, the 2 men continued to scream and flip off the deputies. I guess they really wanted that pelican. One of the men allegedly began cursing loudly and causing a disturbance with the families and kids on the river's edge. The man then reportedly reached for the deputy's vest and was taken to the ground by deputies and handcuffed. The man was booked into the Madison County Jail. If convicted, the man could spend up to 6 months in prison. Well, you know what they say, a pelican saved is a pelican earned. Or 2 pelicans in the hand are worth 1 in the bush, something like that.
If you want to see all our videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, click the subscribe button below. I mean, hey, my cat's gotta eat.